Guard your crown, cover it. Welcome back. I am Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and this is the Destiny Swapping series. If the crown is the seat of your destiny, then leaving it uncovered in times of spiritual warfare is like sleeping with your front door wide open. Your head is more than a physical feature. It is the spiritual command center of your life. What rests upon it in the unseen determines the flow of favor, clarity, and power in the scene. Why covering the crown matters. In spiritual terms, your head is not just anatomy, it is your crown of authority. This is where your destiny is marked, your alignment anchored, and your spiritual identity broadcast. Those who operate in spiritual theft know this. That is why they aim directly at the head. When your crown is exposed, especially during times of fatigue, grief, or warfare, it becomes a vulnerable entry point. Covering it is not superstition, it is spiritual strategy. A physical barrier becomes a symbolic declaration, access denied. This is why many ancient cultures, from prophets to priests, never appeared bareheaded during rituals, prayer, or sleep. Covering the crown was a recognition of its sacredness and a safeguard against intrusion. Why sleep is the prime battleground. Your most unguarded hours happen in sleep. Dreams are not just neurological, they are spiritual. When you sleep uncovered, your crown remains accessible. Entities, monitoring spirits, and even those attempting destiny swaps look for this window. Covering the crown creates a layer of insulation. A simple cloth, scarf, or hat becomes a shield, disrupting access to your head's energetic points. Those who practice spiritual warfare know this. Many battles are won or lost in the night. If you are actively breaking free from destiny theft, you cannot afford to sleep uncovered. During this period, use a clean covering every night. Pray over it. Speak authority over your mind and crown before bed. Seal your head spiritually. Declare, "No hand or spirit touches my crown. My destiny is sealed." This act is both practical and prophetic. You deny trespassers access to the command center of your life. The role of daytime covering. During warfare. When you are in an active season of spiritual interference, especially after breaking contracts, cutting cords, or reclaiming your destiny, your crown needs added fortification. Hats, scarves, or wraps during the day can be powerful tools of protection, particularly in crowded or spiritually dirty environments. Baseball caps, beanies, or simple wraps are not fashion statements in this context. They are shields. They limit contact and block projections, both from individuals with ill intent and from ambient spiritual interference. Why your crown draws. Targeted attacks. Your crown emits a frequency that reveals who you are in the spirit. People who operate in envy or spiritual manipulation can sense this. They may not consciously understand it, but they are drawn to it. This is why. Strangers may fixate on your head or forehead without realizing it. Certain harmless gestures, like someone insisting on touching your hair, can be deeply invasive. Even casual conversations sometimes end with accidental contact on the head or shoulders, small points of access masked as friendliness. When your crown is covered, you close that door. Covering as a temporary strategy. You will not always need to cover your crown daily. Once your energy is sealed, your field fortified, and your spiritual authority exercised, this practice becomes less necessary. But during warfare, especially when you are reclaiming your destiny or cutting old ties, it is essential. Because in seasons of battle, you do not leave the gates open. Hi, I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and what you just watched is part of my signature program, the Chosen One series inside School of Soul. This series is not just a course, it's a blueprint for those who know they were different from the start. The black sheep, the scapegoat, the truth teller, the cycle breaker. Inside, you'll discover the family roles playbook, the golden child, the scapegoat, the enabler, the lost child, and how to finally step out of the part you were cast in without consent. How the black sheep becomes the goat, turning rejection into radical transformation and leadership. How to break generational curses and rewrite ancestral contracts so the pain stops with you. And how to recognize and escape modern forms of spiritual and technological targeting, from gang stalking to synthetic synchronicity. This isn't just about survival, it's about awakening. About reclaiming your voice, your lineage, and your destiny as one of the chosen ones. Click the link below to access the full series now, because the role ends the moment you decide it does, and the real script begins with you.